Hi, this is Pushanjit from EduLine. Today I have for you a new video prepared on a very important chapter in English grammar, and that is pronoun. Pronoun, we all know, is one of the 8 passive speeches in English language. Now, as far as the application of the English grammar is concerned, a compact knowledge in pronoun is very much required for all of us. So, we will try and learn pronoun and its kinds. Before I start the video, once again I would like to request you to subscribe the channel for getting more such important relevant videos, and also like the videos and share it if you find it helpful. So, let's learn together. In the very first place, we will try to learn what is pronoun. Now, before I give you a definition of the term, let's compare the given paragraphs. Richa is a 12-year-old girl. Richa lives with her grandmother. Richa goes to a village school. Richa reads in the 7th standard. And in the second paragraph, it's given Richa is a 12-year-old girl. She lives with grandmother. She goes to a village school. She reads in the 7th standard. Now, if we compare the two paragraphs, you will see that the noun Richa has been used as many as 4 times in the first paragraph. And as for the second one, it has been used for just once. And later on, the name Richa has been replaced by the word she. So here the particular word she has been used to replace the noun Richa. So this particular word she is considered as a pronoun. Now if we try to deduce what a pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. So a pronoun is used as a noun replacement. It replaces a noun. That is why the definition of a pronoun is that a pronoun is a word used instead of a noun or used in place of a noun. Now, if we try to know about the number and person of the pronouns, we divide the pronouns in 3 persons: the first person, the second person, and the third person. And each of the persons has 2 numbers, the singular number and plural number. And it has been given in that following chart. We all can see the first person pronoun like I, my, me, mine, myself, and the plural will be we, our, ours, us, ourselves. For the second person pronouns, you, your, yours, yourself, thou, thee, thine, these are the singular, second person singular pronoun. And the second person plural pronoun, those will be you, yours, yourselves. And as far as the third person pronouns are concerned, the third person singular pronouns will be he, she, him, her, his, it. And the third person plural pronouns, those will be they, them, their, theirs. So this is the chart that shows the different numbers and persons of pronouns. Now if we want to classify pronouns into different categories, there are as many as 9 types of English pronouns. There are 9 types of English pronouns we used in English grammar, and these 9 types are the personal pronouns, the possessive pronouns, the reflexive and emphatic pronouns, the demonstrative pronouns, the indefinite pronouns, the interrogative pronouns, the relative pronouns, the distributive pronouns, and the reciprocal pronouns. Now we will try and learn each of the types of pronouns separately. So first comes the personal pronoun. The personal pronoun is actually replaces a person. It suggests a person. It refers to a person. And what are those? The personal pronouns are I, me, we, us, he, him, she, they, them. These are the personal pronouns which refers to a person. And the usage or the examples given under the column usage, it testifies so. I love to play football. We drive the car slowly. You need not come tomorrow. So these pronouns which are highlighted in blue ink, these highlighted pronouns, they are called personal pronouns. Next type we have the possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns refers to possession or belongingness, and the possessive pronouns are mine, ours, his, hers, theirs, and the highlighted pronouns in the given sentences in the usage section, they testify it. So possessive pronouns, they refer to possession or belongingness. The next one we have here, the reflexive and emphatic pronouns, and this is one of the important section under the category of pronouns we have to learn. So this is reflexive or emphatic pronouns. They are basically the self pronouns, and they are myself, ourselves, yourselves, himself, herself, and themselves. So these are basically these self pronouns. They are called reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Now there is a slight difference between a reflexive pronoun and an emphatic pronouns. Both are self pronouns, but the application or the usage of these self pronouns, they are different. Sometimes these self pronouns are used reflexively, and hence it is called reflexive pronouns, and sometimes these self pronouns are used for the sake of emphasis. These are called emphatic pronouns. So as far as reflexive pronouns is concerned, when the self pronoun is used to, or when the self pronoun is used as an object of a verb or a preposition, it will be called a reflexive pronoun. On the other hand, when the self pronoun will be used for the sake of emphasize, that will be called an emphatic pronoun or emphasizing pronoun. Now these are the two basic differences. Reflexive pronouns, they are used immediately after the verb or after a preposition. On the other hand, the emphatic pronoun, it's generally used after the subject or after the noun it refers to. So this is the basic difference between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. And the given sentences we can clearly understand. For the first sentence, I cut myself. I cut myself. In that very sentence, we can see that the self pronoun myself has been used after the verb, and it's acting as an object of that verb. So it is used reflexively. So hence it will be called a reflexive pronoun. On the other hand, if we take the example, I myself saw him, here the self pronoun myself has been used after the subject, or it directly qualifies the pronoun I, the personal pronoun I, and it actually is used. It is used for the sake of emphasis that I myself saw him. I did the particular work myself. So here that particular self pronoun has been used emphatically. So here is the basic difference between reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Next one we have the demonstrative pronoun. The demonstrative pronouns, they indicate, actually they try to point out something, they indicate something, and these pronouns are these, that, those, it, such. These 5 or 6 pronouns, they will be called, or they are called demonstrative pronouns. And if we see the usage, the very pronouns, they also function the very particular word, they perform the function of that particular pronoun as well. Next we have the indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronouns, they do not refer to any particular person. Indefinite, they do not actually mean, or they do not actually point out any particular person or a particular thing. So hence they are called indefinite pronoun. And if we try to know the examples of indefinite pronoun, they are all, few, some, many, none, anyone, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, etc. So these are the indefinite pronouns which do not point out or which do not indicate to any specific person or any specific thing. Next we have here the interrogative pronouns. So the interrogative pronouns, they are generally used to form questions or to form interrogative sentences. Now these interrogative pronouns, they are who, which, what, whom, and whose. These 5 are examples of interrogative pronouns, and using these 5 interrogative pronouns we form interrogative sentences. And the next one we have a very important one, that is relative pronoun, a very important topic in as far as the discussion on the classification of pronoun is concerned. So relative pronoun, the very term such as relative, relation, a kind of relation, it links. This kind of pronoun, it establishes a link with the subject or with a particular noun. So relative pronouns, they are the examples of relative pronouns, they are that, which, who, what, whom. So these are some of the relative pronouns we normally use. And if we want to know about the usage of relative pronouns, if we try to see these examples, he is the man that came here yesterday. So in that particular sentence, he is the man that came here yesterday. So that particular relative pronoun, that, it refers to the man. Once again, if we try to take another example, the boy who was talking to you is my brother. The boy who was talking to is my brother. Here, who, the particular pronoun who, it refers to the boy. So another example, if we try to take, and I have lost the pen which you gave me. So here which, the relative pronoun which, it refers to the pen. So we see that the relative pronouns, they are actually referring to a noun which precedes it. So we can see that the relative pronoun is qualifying a particular noun which is placed immediately before it. Now if we try to know, then the relative pronoun, it refers to that particular noun which is grammatically called an antecedent. So the word or the noun phrase which is qualified by the relative pronoun, it is called an antecedent. So in these given three sentences, the man, the boy and the pen, these are the antecedents which are qualified by the relative pronouns like that, who and which respectively. Now one exception we have to learn here, that is the omission of the relative pronoun. Sometimes in some of the English sentences, the relative pronoun remains intended. The relative pronoun does not get expressed. It remains hidden. It is omitted. For example, if we take examples like, the man I invited in the party is my friend. The man I invited in the party is my friend. So here the noun, the man, is given, but the relative pronoun whom, it has been omitted. It has been intended. So if we try to put the word there, if we try to put the relative pronoun there, the sentence will be, the man whom I invited in the party is my friend. So here the relative pronoun whom has been omitted. If we take another example, the book I am reading is very interesting. Once again, the noun, the book has been given, but the relative pronoun has been omitted. So if we put the relative pronoun here, it will be, the book I am reading, the book which I am reading is very interesting. So here the relative pronoun which has been omitted. This is all about the omission of the relative pronoun. Next one we have here in our discussion is the distributive pronoun. Distributive pronouns, there are only three distributive pronouns. First one is each, then one is either, and the last one is neither. So each, either and neither, these three are called the distributive pronouns. And if we take examples like, each of the boys was given a chocolate, either of the plans will be successful, neither of the girls is my sister. So these are the three distributive pronouns in English grammar. And the last category of the kinds of pronouns we have here, that is the reciprocal pronoun. So there are two reciprocal pronouns in English grammar, that is each other and one another. There is a basic difference between these two reciprocal pronouns. Each other, the very phrase each other is used in case of two persons, and on the other hand, in case of more than two persons, the reciprocal pronoun one another is used. For example, if we try to take the sentences like, the two brothers quarreled with each other. So in case of two persons, it will be each other. That is why the two brothers quarreled with each other. And if we take the next example, the members were discussing the matter one another. Here the members, definitely the number of the members will be more than two. That is why the members were discussing the matter one another. So each other will be used in case of two persons or two things. On the other hand, the reciprocal pronoun one another will be used in terms of persons more than two in number. I hope I have been able to provide you a thumbnail impression of the classification of the pronouns in English grammar. Hope this video will turn out to be interesting and helpful to you. So once again, I would like to request you to subscribe the channel and motivate me to prepare more such videos, and also subscribe the channel and like the video and share it among your friends if you find it useful. Thank you for watching.